Hello, welcome back to that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel and you're in my kitchen. It's about an hour before my bedtime and we're getting breakfast ready. And I just wanted to share with you, I get in these kicks. And I don't know that I've ever shared it on YouTube before, but we're gonna make some overnight oats. You know, it's just one of those things. I don't know if the gluttony of the summer months, I tend to eat the worst during the summer. I don't know what that is. It's just something that during the summer, you know, you're getting together more with friends or going out more. And I don't know, but I just, come this time of the year, my body feels it, and I just need to get back to some just good rebalancing the gut and health. And so I am starting a process where I'm making myself overnight oats. And it's just, if you guys don't know, I do intermittent fasting. I can't say that it's necessarily helped with any kind of weight loss. I know for sure it hasn't, but it's easily helped me at least maintain these, you know, pre-change of life phases that all of us ladies go through. So trying to just not carry that belly bloat that happens and a lot of that nonsense that none of us wanted to ever talk about. So I'm going to share the recipe with you guys. I'm going to do a bunch of different things and just show you how simple it is. You can totally flavor it to your own taste. And it's really, really fun to do. I think it's something that your kids would enjoy, that you could pack for lunches and take with you on the go. Oh, why I said I do intermittent fasting is because I learned I wasn't breaking my fast properly, and that could have been adding to some of my feelings. I was typically having a sandwich at lunch with lunch meat and, you know, the Dave's bread that's good, so good and yummy with all the seeds and just delicious, but very, very heavy for breaking a fast. Oatmeal is a much better choice to do that. There's lots of good choices if you're interested in learning that, but oatmeal is one of those things. It's more bland, softer for your digestive system to receive and process, and good for you. So let me get down here. I'll bring the camera around and show you what we're adding to our jars. I try to make about 3 days in advance, and then I'll make the next 3 days, and then we have a consistent running oatmeal in the fridge for us. So to each jar, I've added a half a cup of oats. And I typically do a third of a cup at a time, but my third of a cup measuring cup was dirty. So we just went with a half of a cup. I'm adding about a teaspoon of cinnamon to each. Cinnamon is a really good anti-inflammatory, very good for your system. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of chia seeds. Chia seeds are great for you. They're a very good source of omega-3s. It's very high in magnesium and potassium. Great source of fiber, have some protein, some carbohydrates in there, but great all-natural additive to any foods that you're making. I'd never have milk on hand, so I choose to keep just canned milk in the pantry. We can't go through milk fast enough in this house. So to each, I'm going to add a half a cup of milk and half a cup of water. Now, and lots of recipes that you'll see on the internet call for yogurt. I don't like that myself. I prefer just going with a milk. And I'm choosing not to use whole milk just because I don't like a whole ton of dairy. I would rather save my dairy for cheese. if that makes sense. I think I need a little bit more in this one. Okay, now we're gonna do the same with our water, a half a cup. Alrighty. Now this one, I'm just going to use some of our home processed maple syrup. Maple syrup has a ton of great like real maple syrup that you buy either from a producer or make yourself. Has a ton of great vitamins for you. So I'm probably going to add about 2 tablespoons just for some yummy goodness. Oh, so good. I almost forget how good that tastes. And then I just made a batch of pumpkin butter. And this is the one I had today, was pumpkin butter. So to that, I'm just simply adding 2 tablespoons or so of pumpkin butter. And then this one is going to be made with our peach butter that we made. I don't think I shared that either on YouTube, but it turned out amazing. Look how delicious that looks. So we'll add a couple tablespoons of peach butter. And we'll give each of these a stir. And it's really as simple as that. You could add salt to it if you think your oatmeal needs a little salt. I don't. I'll give it a stir, and then we will set this simply in the fridge and let it do its thing overnight. I didn't mention what kind of oats these were. These are just old-fashioned plain rolled oats. They're not instant oats, just regular old-fashioned oats. I have done it with steel cut oats, and I prefer to let the steel cut oats sit for 2 days before I eat them. And I don't worry with labeling them or anything, because then it's a surprise for me, but maybe you want to label your jars if you're doing different flavors. And if you didn't have jams and things like that on hand, you could totally use whole fruits and or dried, dehydrated fruits. It was another great option. So I'm going to put the lid on these, put these in the fridge. And it's as simple as that, friends. So I'll leave the video here like I do with canning, but what I do with it is when it's time to eat around lunchtime, I will throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes, let it cook and warm up. I do eat it cold if I have to, but I much prefer it warm. So I'll throw it in the microwave, heat it up for 2 minutes, and it's a super, super filling breakfast, breakfast for me. And if it's something that you're struggling with, like we all do, you know, just balancing health and choices of food, this might be a great alternative for you to try. And I just thought I would share some of my attempts at healthy living and better choices with you all as we head into the holiday season, where those choices get harder, right? And we're faced with all the pies and cookies and yumminess. So this is just one thing to help out in that scenario. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, and enjoy this beautiful oatmeal footage.